Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa Flanders. I'm a physiotherapist in Ottawa, Ontario, and I practice in women's health and pelvic floor physiotherapy. Today on It's Not TMI, we have a very special guest, Dr. Erin Kasparic, and we're going to be talking all about poop. So Erin, what's the definition of constipation?
Medically, constipation is a bowel movement every 3 days or stool that is hard to pass.
And what are we looking for in terms of normal bowel health?
So normally you want to have a bowel movement every day. In an ideal situation, you'd like to have a meal and then have a bowel movement, a meal, a bowel movement, a meal, a bowel movement, so about 3 times a day.
3 times a day? That seems like a lot.
It might seem like a lot if you're not going regularly or you're not used to it, but ideally you don't want waste products hanging around in the colon for too long. It's damaging for our health. So you can kind of compare it to a baby where they eat and then they go to the bathroom and they eat and they go to the bathroom. Like that for humans is our normal natural state.
So ideally, what should our poop look like?
Well, it's a great indicator of daily health. So when you look in the toilet bowl every morning, stool should be in the range of brown, not gray or green or yellow. It should sink, not float. It should be formed in consistency, not too soft, not hard rabbit pellets. And ideally, you don't see any mucus, any blood, and no undigested food. And the other 2 things that I often ask patients about are, does it stick to the bottom of the bowl? And is there any oily film? Because those are both causes of concern.
So I hear a lot of talk about probiotics. Can you tell us a little bit about what probiotics are?
Probiotics are tiny living organisms that grow in the soil. They're found in fermented foods, and they line our digestive tracts, and they're very important for optimal immune and digestive health. You can also find them in capsule form in a variety of different strains.
So when we're choosing a capsule form of probiotic, what are some things that we should be looking for?
Ideally, you're looking for a multi-strain product that has a variety of different bacterial strains. You're looking for a refrigerated type and something that has in the realm of 20 to 30 or 50 billion CFU or units of probiotic. There is some emerging research showing that specific strains of probiotics can be used to treat certain health conditions, but there's no concrete evidence yet.
So fiber can help with constipation. Can you tell us about the different types of fiber?
So there's 2 categories of fiber. There's soluble fiber and insoluble fiber. Soluble fiber is defined as something that really absorbs a lot of fluid in the digestive tract, and insoluble fiber is more like what typically you would consider fibrous, like celery and things that run through but bulk up the stool.
So what are some sources of soluble and insoluble fiber?
So most vegetable-based food contains a mix of both soluble and insoluble fiber, but soluble fibers are more predominant in fruits and things like oat bran and flaxseed, whereas insoluble fibers are higher in vegetables like broccoli and asparagus and celery.
So is there such thing as too much fiber?
There isn't necessarily, but people who aren't used to eating a lot of fiber need to slowly build up so that it doesn't cause too much gas and bloating. And some people who have irritable bowel syndrome can't tolerate too much fiber or certain types of fiber.
So Erin, is fluid consumption important for preventing constipation?
Absolutely. Fluid essentially lubes the tubes of the digestive tract. If you don't have any fluid, food contents will just sit around in the small intestine and the colon, and that leads to constipation.
So Erin, I work with a lot of breastfeeding women. How important is food consumption when you're breastfeeding to help prevent constipation?
It's very important. Breastfeeding women are using a lot of their fluid intake to manufacture breast milk, and so they need to drink extra in order to maintain proper intestinal health.
Well, Erin, thank you so much for sitting down and talking with me today.
It was my pleasure. Thank you, Lisa.
If you'd like more information about Dr. Erin Kasparic, you can click on her website link in the description below. I really hope that you found this video helpful. Don't forget to tune in next time when I'm going to be answering another question that you might be too embarrassed to ask. And don't forget, it's not TMI. Have a great day, everyone.